Patrick Beverley also missed this game.
Oh, okay.
With a nagging groin issue.
Okay.
Boy, the Clippers can't stay healthy. They got to get a new training staff in there. Folks, I got to start here with you, Greg. Clippers, injuries, Lakers, what you got?
This is a real possibility that this hurts this team moving forward. And why do I say that? Because from day one, they've been faced with this injury bug, if you will. Paul George didn't start the season with this team. And then you get Kawhi, who's on load management because of the injuries that can surmount. And then you have guys like Patrick Beverley, who are important to your team, who miss time. Lou Williams has missed time. Harold has missed a game. Like, they haven't been all together consistently enough. And that can prove to hurt a team. When you look at this team, 18 games in which Kawhi, PG, and these are their players. Their core four. Kawhi, Paul George, Beverley, and Lou all played. This season, they're 14-4 in those games, averaging 117 points, only allowing 109. And then the games that they've missed, Paul George has already missed 21 games. Kawhi has missed 13 games. Lou Williams has missed 3. Like, these problems can be huge in the late season and in the postseason specifically. One of the reasons why is when you look at coaches, one of the things that they always harp on is availability. Most important availability and best availability is just being available. Do I have you? I played in the league for 10 years. And one of the conversations that always happened on the sideline with the coach and the training staff is he up or is he down? When the guy gets injured, the coach wants to know, do I have him or do I not? Why? Because how I move forward as a coach, I'm not even talking about the players yet. How I move forward as a coach, as a play caller, as putting my strategy together, how I'm going to configure this play, who's going to get the ball in this situation. That impacts the game. That impacts my approach moving forward. And it not only impacts my approach, but it impacts every player that is now afforded this opportunity that I have. And when I say that, if Paul George is not available, we saw this last night. They are a different team. If Kawhi is not available,
they struggle through double overtime.
If Kawhi is not available, they are a different team. These things surmount, they add up. And when you don't develop that chemistry, it can bite you in the end. And I'm concerned that maybe this might be the reason why they out. The Lakers may not even have to, the Lakers may not even be the main reason. It may be by friendly fire. Rob, you know, Jason, you're a gambler. You're a gambler.
Yes, I am.
Would you play blackjack without the aces?
Stop it, Greg.
If you're a player, you wouldn't play blackjack.
Hey, listen, this happens, Greg.
This does happen.
We've seen this in the finals.
But
like
without a full deck of cards, you're looking at possibilities that are lessened and less likely of a chance. I'm not saying they don't have a chance without these guys, but your odds of winning. I'll give you one more note. The Golden State Warriors last year, how did they start the season? Without Boogie Cousins. Immediately once they acquired Boogie Cousins, even without Boogie Cousins, we thought the Golden State Warriors were a lock for the championship. They were a lock. Well, you want to know what happened? 21 games with Steph, Clay, KD, Draymond, and Boogie. Warriors were 18-3 last year, averaging 120 points. What happened in the postseason? Injuries. Yeah. They couldn't find a way to all stay on the court together.
You should remind
if they would have been all on the court, we might be talking about a different championship run or a dynasty that could have still been rolling on. But that didn't transpire because of injuries, and it started from day one.
This is Greg Jennings reaching as deep. Both of you guys entertaining each other. Obviously, injuries are a big part, and if those guys aren't there, they're going to have a hard time to be able to succeed. But it's a journey. It's a path. All right, you just brought it up. The scary thing that you just said is with those guys all together, they're 14-4. That's how good. It's how you finish, not how you start.
That's 18 games.
That's fine.
18 out of 55,
That's fine.
Rob.
That with those guys all healthy in there. Last year, Toronto missed Kawhi Leonard 20-some-odd games. I think it was 22 games. They won the championship, right? No, they won the championship, Greg. Did they not?
They did.
He missed 22 games.
Kawhi.
No, that's.
But I'm just trying to tell you that it's where if those guys get together, work it out, right, and get healthy, and they're there for the finish line and for the postseason, and they put it all together. I understand if you're telling me I'm not going to have Kawhi or I'm not going to have Paul George, the chance of them winning a championship isn't good. I get that. All I'm saying is I'm not worried about that now. If we started the playoffs tomorrow and you don't have those guys, I understand your concern. There's a long way between now and the NBA playoffs to be worried about guys who get hurt during the year. I get it. I'm just trying to tell you, they've had 27 different lineup changes, and yet throughout all of it, and the Lakers had the greatest start, 24-3 and all that. And you know where they are? They're still third in the Western Conference.
Okay.
They're not eighth. They're not out of the playoffs. They're not struggling just to get there, despite not being whole. Look how good they are.
So, Rob, this is what you're missing.
That's the part I'm
This
making.
is what you're missing with the L.A. Clippers, okay? Greg, as a player, you can understand where I'm coming from. Playing together as a team when you've got all these new pieces, Paul George, Kawhi Leonard, you need to be on the court together to understand and build and develop good habits together. For instance, last night against the Celtics, we see them switching on every single screen, and every single time Jason Tatum got isolated against Shamit and just torched him. Jason Tatum went right at him. Why? Because Kawhi Leonard hasn't been on the court with his core guys all the time. They don't have that understanding together, and you can see it. You just said it, 18 games together. That's it. You've got to develop these good habits to build greatness. You can't just show up in the postseason, say, hey, we played 18 games together, we're going to be good, and expect to roll. I'm telling you, this is bad news.
It's not bad news.
And hold on, let me add one more point. All you keep saying all week about the Clippers, they got some dogs, man. They got some dogs. They're barking. You like to think they're Doberman pinchers with Marcus Morris and Kawhi, Beverly. I'm seeing a bunch of poodles out there last night. I'm not kidding. The Celtics lit them up. Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum, they got buckets easily. Kemba Walker, and then you're going to lean on the injuries.
You know how many times poodles have won at the dog show?
Yeah, poodles win a dog show. But I'm saying you're going there so tough and physical. This team went 1-3 on a road trip against mediocre teams. They got smoked by Minnesota.
What do you mean mediocre
Minnesota,
teams?
they got smoked by, and second-tier teams in the East, Boston and Philly.
Philadelphia's 25-2 at home.
They're a second-tier team in the East. They both beat the Lakers. I get it.
Here's the other part. You look at last night's game. I tell you, look at that. They don't have Paul George most of the game. They go to double overtime, and they lose to a good team on the road.
So how come I haven't heard you say once, hey, the Warriors didn't have Kevin Durant in the finals?
No.
The Raptors, that's all Kawhi Leonard's a champion.
I'm just looking at that and saying, they didn't get run out the building. They forced double overtime. They lost. They take the L. I'm not making excuses for that. But I don't look at that game and go, oh, my God, no Paul George. They had no chance to win that game. They were in that game to double overtime. So the sound the alarm and the sky is falling and they're not going to be able to make it because they're not ready in February at the All-Star break is not a valid point. If you're telling me we're in April and we're in the playoffs and this is where they are, maybe I'll buy into that. I'm not buying into that right now. I like what they've seen. I like where they are. And I'm telling you, when the Clippers all put it together, the whole road. When. The whole journey has been about getting ready for the playoffs. They know where they are. They know how good they were a year ago with no stars when they went up to Oakland and won 2 playoff games against a healthy Warriors team. Everybody was there. I don't doubt this team one bit.
I totally understand what you're talking about last night. They did play well. They did fight until 2 overtimes. It took 2 overtimes for the Celtics to come out on top. However, the question is, will the Clippers' injuries keep them from getting past the Lakers? So when I look at that, this is a real possibility, Rob. You have to be honest about it. When you look at the Clippers, injury is one of the main reasons why, with every goal that they have in front of them, that they will possibly not achieve what they want to set out to achieve
Greg,
this year.
If you have a crystal ball and you're telling me that those guys aren't playing, all I'm telling you It's February at the All-Star break. I'm not panicking.
If this was the
I
Lakers,
understand
is he killing
it's
them?
February. Look at the Golden State Warriors. You can tell them it was February. It was January. They had guys in and out of the lineup all last year. No one said we knew that KD was going to get injured or we knew that Steph or Draymond
And
or
when
all
did
these
they make
guys.
it last year? To the NBA Finals.
Did they win?
No, but if you get hurt in the NBA Finals, yes, you're going to be at a loss. But I'm just telling you that I'm not concerned over Paul George, right? I'm saying right now, or Kawhi missing the load management games. This is a script that he's already done. And you know what? I'm willing to know that Kawhi Leonard knows what it takes for his body and will be ready when the playoffs come.
Thank you for watching. You can subscribe here to get the latest from the show, and be sure to check out more of the best clips from Undisputed, or go watch a few other segments from our other shows on FS1.